Hey friends, today we're going to be doing 3-6 in our homework and remembering. Going to be doing a little bit of rounding and then a few other things on the back side. Okay, so let's look at our directions because that's super important that we always read the directions first. It says round each number to the nearest 10. Always good to underline things in your directions that are going to help you with the problems. All right, so we have a little story right here that we're going to read that's going to go with these questions right here. Okay, let's read the short little story here. Students buying lunch at Rockwell Elementary School yesterday chose either burritos or pizza. 185 chose burritos, 252 chose pizza. Okay, that's our little story. Now we're going to go to question number 4. It says, estimate the number of students who bought lunch by rounding each number to the nearest 100. So I'm going to take those two numbers, okay? Draw some lines out here so we have room to show our work. If you could do that too, that would be great. We want to take those two numbers for the burritos and the pizza. 185 for the burritos. Draw your line. And 252 for the pizza. Draw your line. And remember what they said, we're rounding to the nearest 100, which means we're going to underline the 100 spot. Then we're going to look at our neighbor, okay, to see if he is a friend or a bully, okay? All right, so for if he's a friend, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting really good at this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I'm going to round my two numbers. So I'm going to look at the 8. It's a bully, so he's going to beat that 1 up to a 2, and everything else turns to zeros. Okay, so you're going to round that next number. And then when you're all done, you're going to add them together, okay, to get the total number who bought lunch to the nearest 100. And you're going to write it over on the line, okay? And remember that when we're estimating, we always put about. Then you're going to put your answer and students, okay? So finish that one up. Then when you get down to number 5, you're going to be doing the exact same thing, but rounding to the nearest 10. So I'm going to write those numbers again, okay? But I'm going to be rounding them to the nearest 10 instead of the nearest 100. Okay? All right. So which spot would I underline if I'm rounding to the nearest 10? Which spot would I underline? The 10 spot. So I need to go to that middle spot, underline, and then circle my neighbor, and I'm ready to round my numbers to the nearest 10. Okay? Remember, when you're rounding to the nearest 10, that front number is going to stay the same, isn't it? Okay, because I have a 5 as a bully. He beats the 8 up to a 9, but that 1 stays there. Okay, and then I have one spot to mark with a 0. So don't mess with that first number. Okay. All right, so you're going to do both of those and then move your answers over to the line. Okay. Students again. Now, when you get both of those done, it says find, for number 6, it says find the total number of students who bought lunch. So you're going to take the actual numbers that were in that problem up above. You're not going to round them. You're just going to add them up, just normal. And you're going to see what you get. Okay? And then their question is, which of the answers was closer? Okay, was it this answer from number 4? Or was it this answer from number 5? After you added these up, which one was closer? Which of your estimates is closer to the actual total? Okay. All right. And write that on the line. So basically your answer is going to be, it was closer when I rounded it to the nearest 100, or it was closer when I rounded to the nearest 10. Okay? All right, we are not going to do number 7. Okay? Move this up just a little bit here to show you the bottom part. Okay? We are not going to use rounding here. Okay? We're just going to do the regular problem. Okay? So I want you to do 57, take away 39. And you're going to say, is this answer right here, is it reasonable or not reasonable? Those are your two choices. Okay, let's do one together. All right, so I can't take 7 away from 9, so I go next door, I borrow. Then I make a 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. The answer is 18. Is that close to 81? Is 81 a reasonable or not reasonable? Definitely not reasonable, right? So you're going to put your answer, and then you're going to put either R or NR, okay? I think they tried to trick you on that one because they switched the 8 and the 1 around, didn't they? So if it's close, you put reasonable. If it's not, you put NR for not reasonable. All right, finish that page up and then meet me on the back side. All right, guys, here we are on the remembering side. I want you to do this on your own. I think it's going to be pretty easy for you. We are only going to be doing the top half of the page, so we do not have to do the bottom part. Okay, so you can just go ahead and cross this part out. Maybe draw a line right here. This is your stopping point. And you've got 2 story problems, and then you've got some basic facts there. So good luck with that, and have an amazing day.